Hey guys, today I wanted to film a tag video and this is my beauty secrets and I'm really excited about it. I think it'll be really fun and I have a bunch of really random stuff that you wouldn't have thought of. I have a lot of, display things. The first thing I'm going to talk about is brushes and specifically using brushes in a way you wouldn't think of. The first one I have is a concealer brush. And this is just like a flat one, but I actually use this for eyeshadow because I didn't want to spend a lot of money on something that I'm just going to pack on color with. And I got this from Joe Fresh, which is it's kind of like a drugstore brand, but they have it at supermarkets. So yeah, and this was on sale for like $2, but you can just pack on color really well with that. The next is this deluxe crease brush from Real Techniques, and I use this for concealer. As you can see, it's really dirty, and I just find that you can swirl it on really well. If you watch Pixie Woo, you probably would have noticed that before. And this is an angled brush. I think it's meant for eyebrows, but I don't really fill in my eyebrows very often. They're pretty thick anyways, so I take this brush and I use it for my outer V. I will put the color in like this and then angle my brush to like fit my eye shape, and then I'll blend it out with like a 217 or something. But I think this is really interesting, and if you want to define crease, this is really good because it's kind of thicker. I don't know if you can see, but yeah. The next thing is also a brush, but it's kind of interesting. This is a painting brush, like an art brush, and it's called Creative C292 something, whatever. I just use it for eyeliner, but it's really skinny, as you can see. And so if you are having problems with liquid liner or gel liner, if you dip this brush in it, it makes a very precise line, and you can get ones with stubbier bristles, so that would be maybe easier to control. But if you put your hand really close to the edge, you can make a really defined line. So instead of spending a lot of money getting a MAC eyeliner brush or something like that, I think you should go to an art supply store and see what you can find. And you can also use that with liquid liner. You just take out the brush. If you can see, these are really similar sized. So I probably wouldn't need it with this one, but you could just paint it onto the brush and apply it that way. So that's cool. Another one is layering mascara. So mostly in mascara you're looking for length, volume, definition, like everything, and no mascara has everything, which is really annoying. So I have two Maybelline mascaras. This is just an example. I don't love this mascara, but maybe you do. This is a very defining one because it has really small bristles. So this can get into every lash and really like separate them. And then this is one by one. And then the falsies is really volumizing and like thickening, but it can be kind of clumpy. So if you put on the defining one first and then this one after, your lashes are already separated, so they're not going to clump back together. But you probably all know what that brush looks like. It's really thick and it'll make your lashes really big. So a combination like this really works well if you have a couple minutes, and if you just do one coat of each, it's not going to be crazy, but you can layer them if you want more lashes. The next thing is Vaseline, and I think what people really think about Vaseline is that it's like moisturizing, but actually it's a barrier cream. So it kind of prevents, like let's say you just put on lotion on your legs or something and your knees get really dry. If you put Vaseline on top of the lotion, it'll lock it in and it won't evaporate into the air. But if you put it on your lips with nothing underneath, it's not going to do anything. It's just going to make sure they don't get any drier. But if they're already dry, you need like lip balm or something underneath. But since it is a barrier cream, if you're using a self-tanner, like let's say you're using this one, you put this on first on parts that you don't want to get tan, like the inside of your wrist, your knees, whatever like that, then they won't get tanned by the self-tanner. So that's really cool. Yeah, so that's a cool thing that you can do with Vaseline. For perfume, if you put a lotion underneath your perfume, I think it would probably work with Vaseline too because it's a barrier. If you put a lotion underneath your perfume where you're putting it, like let's say the inside of your wrist, I just use something with no scent, like a face lotion or something. So if you put a little bit on, you rub it in, and then you spray your perfume, it'll last longer because the perfume oils, like, the oils evaporate because of the air, but if you're already moisturized, they'll soak in. I don't know how to explain it, but it really works. Because Daisy doesn't last that long on me, so if I do that first, it'll last longer. Next. Okay. So if you're finding that your hair doesn't have a lot of volume, my hair is wet right now, I just got out of the shower, and I've been using a lot of heat, so I kind of want to cut back. If your hair is really flat, if you part it on the other side, it'll get more volume because your hair isn't used to that side. If that makes any sense. So I don't know if it'll show up when it's wet. But my hair is like bigger on this side than it is on the other side. So if you change up your part a lot, then it'll always be voluminous. So that's really cool. Another hair tip, if you're using a deep conditioner, if you put it on after you shampoo, get out of the shower, you can put a shower cap on. If you blow dry your hair with like heat, the hair follicles will open up and absorb more of the conditioning treatment, whatever. It would work with regular conditioner too. This is just the Joico K-Pack. It smells really weird, but it smells like bananas and Play-Doh. I don't know. But it'll work with anything, and they use that at hair salons a lot, so when they put you under the big hair drying cap. A couple more things. Cuticle scissors are really good for trimming your eyebrows because big scissors are like obviously really big. So if you take a little eyebrow brush and comb them up and then you trim anything that goes over the line by like a lot, then it'll be more precise. Last couple of things. I know this is a lot. For bronzer, let's say that you use a really dark bronzer. This isn't that dark, but like the NARS Laguna dupe in the e.l.f. contour kit, that one's really pigmented. So if you take your brush, you dip it in, swirl it around, if you take most of it off on the back of your hand, then it'll be way lighter and it won't be like crazy orange. So that's a good tip. You can also use bronzer in your crease for eyeshadow to warm up your eye look. Like if you're using a lot of cool tone shadows and it just looks kind of too much, then you can use bronzer in the crease. And that's also a really good idea for a natural look. Like if you just don't want to put anything on your eyes, but you just want to have a bit more of a defined crease. Last couple of things. If you watch a tutorial or something and someone says, oh, use like a skin tone colored eyeshadow, I would just use face powder. I don't think that there's any point in buying like Brulee or something from MAC that's just like a flesh tone color, so why not use face powder if you already have that? So yeah, that's an interesting tip. The last one. Let's say you're taking a really bright lipstick. This is Impassioned from MAC. If you don't want it to be crazy, this works with red too really well. You can, I'm gonna get a mirror, sorry. You can take the lipstick and put it on just straight from the tube. It doesn't really matter if it's a little bit messy. Then you take your ring finger, just rub it in. You can even kiss the back of your hand a couple times. And then also, all that's left now is pigment, so it'll last longer because it's not like the creamier part of the lipstick, but you can put a gloss over. The last tip I have, I think I said last time, but I was wrong. So if you come out of the shower or something and you find that you have mascara all under your eyes, if you take this part of your finger and press down lightly, all of the mascara will come off onto your finger, and then you can just wash your hands and it's all gone. I don't know why it works, but it does. Those are all my tips. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye!